right. Looks like we're there. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Maggie Matson Larson, and I am one of the Associate Deans of Admission at St. Olaf College. We are in Northfield, Minnesota, and our campus kind of does look like this right now. We've had some random snowstorms, but we're in Northfield. We are in a town of about 20,000 people, about 45 minutes south of Minneapolis and St. Paul. The campus itself is 3,000 people. 3,000 students. This is what it usually looks like this time of year. We're located on top of a hill, and we are a small private liberal arts college. So compared to some of the other institutions in my group tonight, this college is the smallest, and we are undergraduates only. So we only have undergraduate students, students who are on campus for 4 years to get their Bachelor of Arts degree. At St. Olaf, we have a little over 85 majors and concentrations. At St. Olaf, as part of the liberal arts curriculum that we have, we do require that students take a little bit of everything. So if you are a student who is thinking, I'm not sure 100% what I'm going to do after I graduate, or I really love a lot of these classes in high school that I'm taking, I don't know exactly right now what I want to major in. This is a great place for that kind of exploration. At St. Olaf, we do require students to take about a third of what you would take would be in your major. A third is elective credits, and a third is general education requirements. So that it really allows you to explore and to take a little bit of everything. And then most students declare their major at the end of their sophomore year. So you would be able to have time to do that exploration, but then you still get that focus in whatever your major would be and preparing for graduate school or career preparation. Our academic calendar is what's called a 4-1-4 calendar. So you would take 4 classes in the fall semester, 4 classes in the spring semester, and then 1 class during the month of January. That January term, or interim is what we call it, where you take 1 class. That really allows you to dive into something deeper, to explore outside of what your major might be, to take a really difficult class that maybe you don't want to balance with 3 other courses, or to do some off-campus and study abroad, which I'll talk about a little bit more. It's a very popular time. So campus slows down a little bit. It really allows students to dive in that much deeper. So students really love the sort of pace change that comes with that 4-1-4 calendar. As you can see, it is also really important for our students to participate in this experiential learning. So 92% of our students graduate having done some kind of research, some kind of internship opportunity, field experience, job shadowing, that kind of thing. We also rank 11th among small liberal arts colleges or baccalaureate colleges for graduates who go on to earn PhDs. About 95% of our students live on campus, which is one of my favorite statistics. This is a very intentionally residential place. So students love to come to campus and stay there. About 10% of our students are international students. 60% of our students are from outside of Minnesota, which means that this is definitely a place for students to be able to get to know a lot of different kinds of people. As you can see, a lot of robust residence hall opportunities as well. And we do have good food. We do send more students abroad than any small college in the country. So study abroad is a big deal. I mentioned interim earlier. That 1 month is really a popular time to study abroad. Otherwise, students can travel abroad for a semester as well. It is very, very popular at St. Olaf. Over 100 programs are offered across the curriculum. St. Olaf is pretty well known for our fine arts and our performing arts as well. About a third of our students actually major in music, but only 8% are majors. All of our top ensembles tour nationally every year and internationally every 3 years or so. So it is, our music is very well known. You can be as involved as you want without majoring, and that goes with all of our fine arts departments as well. So keep that in mind. If you are an artist or involved with fine arts and you just want to be involved in college, this is a place for that. We do also offer a variety of varsity sports. We're Division III athletics. We have 13 club sports, and about 75% of our students participate in intramurals as well. So if you want to just be involved, but not necessarily do the student athlete kind of competition schedule or practice schedule, you can still be very involved on campus. We do also have an active religious affiliation. So about 30% of our students identify themselves as Lutheran, but about 37% do not have a religious affiliation. This is one of our, I think it's like Easter Sunday service or something. So chapel is offered 5 days a week. It is by no means super, super crowded. But if it is something you want to do, if you're interested in being a part of this community, you can definitely do that on campus. We have 21 religious organizations, so it's a very robust and diverse religious environment as well. If you want to be super involved, great. If you don't, that's great too. You are accepted. The Piper Center is fantastic. This is where we definitely have students who get that internship experience, get those connections. You can connect with alums, you can connect with people up in the Twin Cities. We're located very close to Minneapolis, St. Paul, so about 3,000 alums up in the cities. And this is definitely a place for students if they want to go and just say, like, help me figure out what I can do after I graduate. We do award over $500,000 every year for internships. So if you have an underpaid or unpaid internship, you can get all of this career development opportunities without intending, even if you don't necessarily have money coming in, we can subsidize that for you. That is the very quick version of our presentation. This is myself and all of my colleagues. I work with students in California. We divide the country up, and we would be very happy to work with you and to answer any questions that you have. I hope that you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. As a note, if you have any questions as we're going along, please submit them into the Q&A box. Our next presenter is University of Minnesota, Rochester.
All right. So good evening, everyone. My name is Brett Hartnagel. I am the Director of Admissions with the University of Minnesota, Rochester. UMR is such a unique and different type of institution. So while we may not be for everyone, those who attend UMR feel like it is certainly the best fit for them. University of Minnesota, Rochester is part of the University of Minnesota system. There are 5 campuses that make up the system. Most are familiar with our Twin Cities campus. Rochester, so as St. Olaf said, they're about 45 minutes south. If you keep going another 45 minutes, so an hour and a half south, you'll hit Rochester. Rochester is known as Med City. We're known as Med City because we are home to the Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic is the #1 ranked hospital system in the United States. And so that is why Rochester as a city has now grown to the 3rd largest in the state of Minnesota, behind Minneapolis and St. Paul. And that is why UMR was founded. We were founded back in 2006, which means we are one of the youngest universities in the country. And we were founded because our mission is simple: to educate and train the next generation of healthcare providers. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, and we do wish that everyone is doing well with the pandemic, there is certainly been exposed the shortage of healthcare providers around the United States, not just in direct patient care, but in all aspects of healthcare. And so that is really why UMR is such a crucial institution, is because we're certainly helping to fill a much needed gap. They're estimating tens of thousands of healthcare jobs that will not be filled within the next 5 or 10 years that are going to be much needed. So UMR, like I said, founded in 2006 and officially opened its doors in 2009. We are one of the smallest schools since we're so young. We're also very small at just a little over 950 students. By being small, it allows us to offer such an amazing experience and valuable experience to our students in the terms of student to faculty relationships, and especially the fact that our faculty are very well connected, not just in their field, but also with the folks over at the Mayo Clinic. We're also one of the most diverse student bodies in the state of Minnesota, with 42% of our students coming in this year of students of color, and 65% are considered underrepresented. 80% of our students are from Minnesota, 20% are from out of state. Our tuition is just about $13,000 a year, and that is the same for both in-state and out-of-state students. So we do not charge a separate out-of-state tuition fee. So as I mentioned, we have the 1-degree program, one focus, which is health sciences. But what can you do with health sciences? Well, most people are very familiar with the patient care careers. Those are your pre-med students, your nursing students, your PA, respiratory, PT, OT, all these direct patient care careers. But we've seen our alumni go into lots of different areas, from patient care to mental health, public health, the business of healthcare, the technology of healthcare, and public policy and global health. So, and research. These 6 areas are really being focused now, especially with COVID. And we're so proud of our students who are now have graduated and are on the front lines fighting COVID, both in the hospitals, but also in the research labs and in the offices, having to deal with what is essentially a public health crisis. We do have 3 direct entry programs. These are called our early assurance programs. These 3 programs include nursing, physician's assistant, and respiratory care. Nursing is pretty self-explanatory. It's a straight 4-year degree. Physician's assistant is actually a 3+2, which means that you'll do your bachelor's degree in 3 years, and then you'll do your master's degree in 2 years with the Mayo Clinic. At the end, you'll have both your bachelor's and your master's degree, bachelor's from the University of Minnesota and your master's from the Mayo Clinic School of Health Sciences. Respiratory is very similar. That's a 2+2, where you'll do your first 2 years with UMR and your last 2 years with the Mayo Clinic, and you'll earn a bachelor's degree with UMR, and you'll be certified in respiratory care from the Mayo Clinic. Respiratory is one of those that has a 100% job placement rate. Those students went right into the field right after they graduated in spring. One of the other things that makes us great is not just our small classroom sizes, but also our coaches, which have a great relationship with our students. So you'll be assigned a student success coach that will kind of guide you throughout your entire UMR process. We do have a vibrant student life on campus with lots of student clubs and organizations. First-year students are required to live on campus, and I believe, have the best housing in the United States, with all apartments. They're not dorms, they're full apartments, full kitchens, washer dryer in every unit. So it's great living. And in Rochester, everything is attached via Skyway. So you can go from your dorm to your classroom to Mayo to get something to eat and never have to go outside. And yeah, we too have some snow outside as well. From an admissions standpoint, it's pretty simple: application and transcripts. Will be test optional this year, and we're looking to extend that for future years as well. But December 1st is our application deadline, and we look for certainly well-rounded students. And with that, I hand it off to our next presenter.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is the University of Wyoming.
Hello, thank you so much for having me today as a part of your fair. Let me just share the screen, and actually I think I might need one individual to stop sharing so I can share. Perfect, thank you. All right. So yes, my name is Haley Dungan, and I am both a representative with the University of Wyoming admissions recruiter, and I'm a proud graduate of the University of Wyoming. We are in a unique institution because we are the only 4-year institution in the least populated state in the United States. So this is our campus. It looks about like this as of yesterday. We got about 6 inches of snow, and I am living in it. I put my snow boots on today. I got outside, and it was a little bit of a shock because it came out of absolute nowhere. But it's beautiful outside, it's crisp, the air smells clean, and it's taking care of some of the fires that are surrounding us, so we can't complain. We are a smaller institution in regards that we have about 12,249 students, but you'll see about 10,000 that are enrolled into the institution. 15 to 1 is what you can expect for that student to faculty ratio. And luckily, 90% of our classes are taught by real professors with their doctorates, the whole nine. So you don't have to worry about going into your classroom, smaller class sizes, and maybe potentially having a GA that'll be teaching the entire class. You'll have your professors, which is fantastic. And master's programs after the fact. We're known for engineering, top tier as a research institution, but part of that comes from the fact that 92% of our graduates go into a master's program after the fact. It's really just to get them that experience early on with the small class sizes. I've moved on over to our page here with our outdoor opportunities. Behind me as well, you can see Idaho, Wyoming. We are an outdoor recreation hub for this portion of the United States. Though we do get snow, one of the beautiful opportunities for you is that 30 minutes from UW is a ski hill. We're getting a lot of individuals that have found out about this from Colorado, because the fantastic element is with your student ID, you can get a rental and you can get a day pass for about $70. So if you're a family from Colorado and you want to teach your kids how to ski for the day, it's a perfect place. We're also about 45 minutes from the Colorado border as well. So if you're ever interested in dipping down, getting some of the college city life, you can check out Fort Collins and kind of get the best of both worlds and come back to rural Laramie, Wyoming. We are Division I in athletics, though. We might recognize Josh Allen. He's one of our proud alumni. He's currently with the Buffalo Bills, and he's doing fantastic. We're proud to see it. But if you're interested in getting involved in Greek life, we have that at the University of Wyoming. We have over 300 clubs and organizations. Basically, we want you to get involved. So if you're interested, I am hard pressed for you to try and find someone that or someplace that you are not going to connect with in those clubs. Everything from fly fishing to a zombie survival club that worked its entire curriculum about the students and their school year for the year is very cool. We have over 200 areas of study, all the way from accounting to zoology. I myself was a creative writing graduate with the University of Wyoming. It was a fantastic program. One of the benefits about Laramie is that it's off the beaten path. There's no traffic. There's not a lot of people. It's very quiet. So artists move out to this community. Individuals who are renowned in their field, they move out here because they don't want to be around the hustle and bustle of the world. They want to see less people kind of focus on their trade, hone in on whatever it is that they're passionate about. I was fortunate enough to be taught by the runner-up of the National Book Award. In our business program, we have a winner of a Nobel Peace Prize, and he is also a known musician, Jay Sjogren. So if you want to come out here, you want to meet fantastic individuals, you want to double major, you want to minor, you want to change things up halfway through, you can absolutely do so. And as well, we do have an ACES team on campus. It's an academic success team that offers you an opportunity as well to do exploratory studies. So when you get into your freshman year, if you're not really 100% what you're sure you want to take on, you can absolutely get into this program, taste test a few different classes, and then from there move forward with your 4-year degree. We have the largest travel endowment in the entire United States here at the University of Wyoming. Our Cheney Center for Travel is established by ex-US Vice President Dick Cheney. He loved the University of Wyoming. He's a proud graduate. And so if you are interested, you can go to over 400 sites worldwide. This is a paid opportunity. You can get scholarships to do so. You could get research opportunities, or if you're interested in just paying a little bit out of pocket, the housing side, you can travel and pay your in-state or out-of-state resident tuition to go to one of these places worldwide. So it's a fantastic opportunity. Pay a little bit for the housing and things of that nature, but you can pay for schooling your in-state or out-of-state resident tuition. Admissions with the university has changed a bit this year. We are no longer taking test scores, just for this year only. So with submissions, we would ask that you would just apply, you pay the $40 application fee, submit your high school transcripts. And from there, we like to see that those materials get into us by May 1st. So that's gonna be your real applicable deadline. If you're in nursing and pharmacy, you can get a hold of me. Those are a little bit different, looking around December 1st, but we can talk. We have some scholarship opportunities, absolutely, for the university, and we're lucky now. We've reworked our grid systems to award these scholarships. In years past, based off the submission of your high school GPA and your SAT and ACT score, we could tell you how much you would be awarded. But this year, as we're test optional, we have some test optional options that you can check out from our University of Wyoming scholarship page. I highly recommend to do so. For out of state, we are WUI, and you'll be looking at the Brown and Gold commitment for the most. Where our cost of attendance, we do look at about $30,718, but we ask our freshman students to live on campus. So you can expect about $11,000 to drop in the sophomore semester, we won't be asking you to live on campus. As well, we are open for tours, but if you are interested, you can absolutely check us out online through our virtual tours. You can also set up one-on-one appointments with me. You can give me a call or you can send me an email. Everyone at the admissions team would be happy to help you. So thank you so much for taking the time to host today, little old Wyoming. And thank you so much. Go Pokes!
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is University of Utah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Layla. My name is Ryan Copeland. I'm a senior admissions counselor at the University of Utah, located in good old Salt Lake City. We are literally located 5 to 10 minutes away from downtown Salt Lake, and we're nestled right up against the Wasatch Mountains, as you can see there. We have our main campus in Salt Lake City. We also have a campus in Incheon, South Korea. So you can attend in South Korea, have that amazing experience over there, and then come back and graduate. Our campus has about 33,000 students. 24,000 of those are students that are seeking their bachelor's degrees. And we also have a 17-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, with our average class size being around 32 students. So we're able to manage keeping those class sizes smaller in order for you to have the benefits of being part of a larger research institution, but also being able to actually talk to your professor. We are the state's top research institution, and we've recently been named as part of the Association of American Universities, one of 65 in the country. We have over 150 different academic majors and minors at the University of Utah as well. We are a college city. So as I mentioned before, being really close to Salt Lake City, but also being nestled right up against the Wasatch Mountains does a lot of great things for our students. If you want to be closer to a metropolitan area, but you want to be close as well to the outdoor adventures that Utah has to offer, we've got that for you. We're 30 to 45 minutes away from 7 world-class ski resorts, and we're also within a day's drive of a lot of Utah's national parks and monuments. We're really close to Vivint Smart Home Arena, home of the Utah Jazz. Go Jazz, okay. But if you also like to hear big names perform, they do come through Vivint Smart Home Arena. And on the bottom left there, you see our light rail line. Every student at the University of Utah is given a light rail pass included with their student ID card. There are 4 light rail stops around campus. Makes it pretty easy to get around. So we're really happy about that. We have 18 different colleges on our campus, over 150 different majors and minors. These range anywhere from, the School of Business, as well as we have the only medical school in the state of Utah on campus. We have nursing, anything in the STEM area, so science, technology, engineering, math. We're ranked pretty highly in a lot of those programs. We're also really strong in the humanities as well as the performing arts. So if you're interested in being in a performing arts major, we have one of the best ballet programs in the country, as well as one of the best musical theater programs in the country as well. We have 13 different engineering majors, along with 10 different business majors in our college campus as well. And any foreign language you could think of, even Yiddish. You could also learn Arabic and random languages that are not really used anymore, like Latin. So if you really wanted to do that, you totally could. We also just opened up a new residence hall on our campus that's home to almost 1,000 new beds. That's this picture up here, Collard Village. A lot of our residential halls are suite style, so 2 people share a room, 2 rooms share a bathroom, all gender specific. And not only that, but every door for our residence halls are locked 24/7, so you're not getting in unless you have a key. And we also have a police force on our campus that's about the size of Bountiful City, which is just north of Salt Lake City, so not as much as Salt Lake City, but still as big as a city that's pretty well populated. We don't require freshmen to live on campus their first year, but we do recommend it because students that live on campus typically have higher GPAs, as well as they tend to come back and finish their degree at the University of Utah. So we highly encourage that. We also encourage students to stay fit. So you're in class, keeping your minds and brains exercised all day. Every student is guaranteed admission to the Student Life Center with their student ID card. It's home of an indoor 4-story rock climbing wall, 3 full-size basketball courts, an indoor track, as well as a huge cardio area, weightlifting area, and all that great stuff, an Olympic length swimming pool as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we are part of the Pac-12 conference, the Conference of Champions. Yes, it's an athletic conference, but it's also an academic conference. So we wouldn't even have merited an invitation into the conference if our students weren't up to snuff with students from Stanford and UCLA and University of Oregon, things like that. You can be part of the athletics by being part of our Mighty Utah Students section, where you and 6,000 of your closest friends can participate in the third down jump and create real seismic waves. Yes, we have registered seismic waves on the seismograph. But not only that, they cheer on football, basketball, cross country, track, swimming, diving, our ski team, our gymnastics team, et cetera, et cetera. We also have a lot of intramural sports for our students, as well as club sports for students that want to get into hockey or even rugby, things like that. So a few things about University of Utah. We do have our deadline coming up on December 1st and then again on February 1st. We do participate in the Common Application. So if you already have a profile with Common App, you can just select the University of Utah and fill out the rest of the application there. We have moved to test optional for the next few years. So what we're looking at as far as a holistic review process is we're looking at types of classes you're taking, as well as different grade trends and things like that. But we're also looking at secondary factors, including things like leadership experiences, service opportunities, extracurricular activities, and so forth. And real quick, because I know my time is running out, we highly recommend you apply by December 1st, as this will get you automatically considered for scholarships. We are a WUI school, and you are guaranteed a WUI if you have 3.0 GPA and you apply by our deadlines. And then we also have an easy residency policy, so you can become a resident in the space of a year. So you'll be paying in-state tuition and fees, saving about $20,000 for the entire year after your first year. And if you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me with those. And thank you all so much for your attention.
Thank you. Our next presenter is Boise State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kat Everard, and I am a senior regional admissions counselor here at Boise State University, located in beautiful Boise, Idaho. Boise State is Idaho's largest public research institution in the state, with about 26,000 students and about 17,000 undergraduates. Despite being a large school, we have an average classroom size of about 31 students per class and a student-faculty ratio of 17:1. Academically at Boise State, we have over 200 majors and minors for you to choose from. We are known for material science engineering, holding one of the biggest tech companies in the area called Micron Technology, who are one of the key industry leaders in memory and information technology. There's about 17 locations across the United States. Also very popular at Boise State, about 95% of our computer science grads have jobs by graduation. We have a regionally ranked education program, and we recently became one of the top 50 schools for innovation. A couple years ago, a Harvard business professor started our brand new College of Innovation and Design at Boise State, with our signature program being our Gaming, Interactive Media, and Mobile Technology degree. At Boise State, we actually have our #2 most popular major that freshmen declared on their application in 2019 was undecided. So we are fully equipped with resources to help our students explore their major. Boise State is not an impacted university. You can graduate in 4 years. We have an awesome Finish in 4 program. It's a guarantee program that guarantees as long as you do your part in the classroom, we'll make sure your classes are available to you. And if you go more than 4 years, Boise State will pick up the tab and pay for any additional credits beyond 4 years. One of our more unique programs at Boise State that I like to highlight is our 3D program, where you get a chance to customize your degree and combine 3 different academic disciplines. We also have an incredible honors college program that houses our students based off of the Harry Potter house model. So maybe you want to join our traditional sorority and fraternity system, or maybe you'll be a part of our honors college houses that we've actually named after 5 endangered birds of prey that is native to Idaho. In 2018, we actually added this $40 million Honors College building to our campus and a brand new resident hall. And these facilities have full-size beds and memory foam mattresses. Another big update to our campus is a brand new visual and performing arts center and a material science engineering building. And of course, I can't forget, we're known for this field right behind me, our famous blue Smurf turf football field. Fun fact of the day, Boise State actually owns the copyright or patent to any non-green playing field. So any college, high school, if they want to get their field a color that's not green, they have to get permission from Boise State Athletics. Now, why students are choosing Boise State has everything to do with our amazing capital city, outdoorsy location, and the people. Now, I know what you're thinking. You hear Idaho, you wonder, is Boise State located on a potato farm in Idaho? We are not. I could tell you that Boise State, or Boise, Idaho, has been named one of the fastest growing cities in the country. It's an urban city. In 2018, we were actually voted the #1 fastest growing city. We have over 600,000 people now that live in the Boise metro area, but our students still get that warm, welcoming small town college feel, which they love. Our students call Boise State and Boise, Idaho, Idaho. This is a picture of our campus and our downtown area in the wintertime. Boise, Idaho actually only gets about 18 inches of snow per year, so very manageable in terms of weather, and we are a Gold Star bike-friendly campus. Also, there are no couch potatoes here. We've been named one of the most active cities in the entire West. So you get plenty of outdoor activity in all the 4 seasons. At Boise State and in the city, we have over 150 miles of hiking and biking trails. Less than 45 minutes away from Boise State is our closest ski resort, where students can get ski lift passes for under $150 for the entire season. We also have a really huge outdoors program where you can get acquainted with all of the fun activities that we have in the area. You can even take kinesiology activity courses like a backpacking class or a snowboarding class, and you can get college credit for it. As a Boise State alumni myself, 2 of my favorite traditions on our campus is our first week float, where we have hundreds of college kids floating this lazy river right next to campus, and our short stack shindig, which is an event that our alumni hosts for our students on the first day of school. You literally get blue and orange pancakes in the quad to welcome you on your first day. Now, let's talk a little bit about admissions and scholarships. So at Boise State, we have a very simple and straightforward process. And you can see that we are a very affordable and admissible institution. Letters of recommendation and essays are actually not to be required for our application this year unless you plan on applying to our honors college program. Boise State is test blind for admission for this year, for fall of 2021. So we are going to be looking at a student's total unweighted GPA. If you have a 3.0 and above, you are guaranteed admission at Boise State. We do have scholarships for in-state and out-of-state students. For my non-resident students, we have 2 that you can be considered for. Our first level is our Treasure Scholarship, and that's for students with a 3.0 and above to a 3.3. We also are WUI School, that's going to be a 3.4 and above. A big update for us is that nursing is now an eligible major at Boise State. So I'd love to chat with you more, screenshot this. I'll put my email available to you all after the presentation, and go Broncos. Thank you.
Thank you. Our final presenter is University of Idaho.
There we go. Get this started. All right. Good evening, everyone. I am the last presenter, so just hang in there. My name is Jermaine Rucker. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions with the University of Idaho. U of I is a public land grant university that was founded in 1889. We were actually founded 1 year before the state of Idaho received its state charter, or before it became a state. Kind of cool. The U of I has about 12,000 total students, with about 9,000 students on our main Moscow campus, which is where our traditional college campus is located. The other campuses that we have are smaller satellite campuses, which don't offer all of our majors. Moscow is about 6 hours north of Boise, who you just heard from. Boise is down in the southern part of the state of Idaho. And we actually share a border with Washington State. Literally, Washington State University is about 8 miles apart from us. And so not only do we share a border with Washington State, but we also share a couple majors where students will take classes back and forth in those two majors. The town of Moscow is a small college town of about 25,000 people. That's without the students. And so it's a very town that's very devoted to its students and its university. Everything revolves around the university. We have a program for everyone. I mean, we have about 8 colleges. We have 8 colleges that make up our university, about 96 majors. We are the state of Idaho's premier research university, where 70% of our undergraduate students get a chance to perform some sort of research. We receive over $110 million per year in federal research dollars, which is the most of any university in the state of Idaho. Part of our motto is learning by doing. So much so that our College of Engineering was just ranked 7th by the National Academy of Engineering for being able to infuse real-world experiences into its curriculum. Speaking of our College of Engineering, one of our notable alumni is a young man named Tom Moyler. He's the Chief Technology Officer of SpaceX. He's in charge of all rocket propulsion at SpaceX. It's pretty cool. He majored in mechanical engineering at the U of I. So all of our programs, not just the sciences, not just the engineering majors, really do emphasize hands-on learning and research opportunities. We don't have any impacted majors, and we guarantee graduation in 4 years for all of our majors, except for engineering. Engineering does have a cooperative internship requirement, which is usually about a year long. Some of our more popular majors at our school is going to be biology. Many of our students in biology will do a pre-med program that we offer. I mentioned mechanical engineering, agriculture, wildlife sciences, business, and psychology, just to name a few. We are Division I in sports, kind of going back to that traditional college town. Well, we have a traditional college campus as well. Many of our students get involved in sports, whether that be as a D1 sports athlete or as a part of our intramural sports program. So we have over 200 clubs and organizations that students can be a part of. One of the things that really excite our students and our prospective students is that we are a major outdoor university. Our rec center hosts events for hiking, camping, rafting, rock climbing, mountain biking, etc. I mean, we have a ton of things outdoors to do. I believe there's 5 different ski resorts within about 2.5 hours of the university. We do have students that come from all 50 states and 73 different countries. And as well, we do offer our students the opportunity to study abroad in 70 different countries. The admissions requirements this year is pretty straightforward. We have gone test optional. If you were lucky enough to take a test, or you will take a test, we ask that you go ahead and submit those test scores for class placement purposes. So if you enroll at U of I, we'll use those to place you into your English and math classes. If you have a 2.6 unweighted GPA, we've lowered that this year because of the circumstances we all find ourselves in. We lowered that to a 2.6 unweighted. You're going to be automatically admitted. Okay, as long as you've taken your core class requirements, such as your 4 years of English, your 3 years of math, and that sort of thing. We do have a December 1st priority deadline for scholarship consideration. All right, and I'm going to cover a little bit about scholarships here in a minute. If you are below that 2.6, then we are going to more than likely require you to have some sort of a test score to submit. The WUI, you've heard that covered by a number of other schools. We are a WUI school as well. For us, all you have to do is be admitted and you automatically get the WUI. Okay, there's no GPA requirements other than the 2.6 that I mentioned in order to get into the school. All right. As you can see, the tuition and the housing and books and supplies, your direct costs, you're looking at about $22,600. So we are rolling admissions, so we're always accepting applications. You can go on the Common App, or you can go directly to our website and apply. All you have to do is submit that application and submit your transcripts. If you're, I don't know if we have any transfer students on here or not, but if you have taken classes at different universities, be sure to submit your transcripts from all of the different colleges and universities you've attended. Okay. And that's going to be it for me. My time is up. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to speak with you. Please feel free to contact me.
Okay, great. So we have a couple of minutes left. So if maybe all of our presenters either want to come on audio or video, and we'll just do one quick round robin. If everyone could just share either a favorite tradition of theirs on campus, or just, you know, a fun fact. And we'll go back in the same order. So if St. Olaf wants to start.
Thank you. I think one of our traditions that just it remains like strong year after year. We are on top of a hill, as I mentioned. We have 3 sledding hills, and students will borrow cafeteria trays and go sledding. And I think that's already something that's happening with this wild October sort of winter we're having. So that's kind of just a tradition year over year that students like. But with all of our different clubs and organizations and all of the different dorms students live in, traditions, there are so many traditions in all these little subgroups as well.
Yeah, so sorry, I just got booted offline. So a big tradition with UMR is Halloween, and actually coming up this week. We don't have sports. We don't have kind of your traditional homecoming at UMR. So Halloween is kind of our homecoming. So everyone's super excited. We're going to do a kind of a virtual costume contest. Everybody gets involved, faculty, staff, students. So one of our coolest traditions, I would say, is Halloween for our fall students.
I'm a huge Halloween fan, so I would have really enjoyed attending. But here at the university, if you know anything about the bone wars back with paleontology, back in the 1800s, Wyoming, Utah, we were big for that. And so we have a geological museum on campus. It's free for students. You can go in, you can study underneath Big Al. He's an Allosaurus. It's, I think, the most complete Allosaurus found. But regardless,
Okay, well, maybe we'll go to the next person.
Yeah, so for University of Utah, we do this thing where we flash the U, because we're the University of Utah. And we do something called Flash the U Fridays on Instagram and Facebook and all that. So if you follow our Instagrams or Facebooks or social media, you'll see students all over the world flashing the U.
I more than anything wish we had a cool hand signal, but we don't. I mentioned 2 traditions at Boise State, but another one that I loved is around homecoming. So being a big state school, sports is obviously huge here, but one of our big tournaments for intramurals is our Toilet Bowl tournament that's done on the blue field. It's a co-ed flag football tournament. Boise State's never won a national championship. We've had a few Fiesta Bowls in our day, but this bowl game is like the student national championship, which is a lot of fun during the homecoming week.
Well, I guess it's my turn. You know, the only thing that comes to mind right now is one of the things I guess I can appreciate about U of I is the Lionel Hampton Jazz concert that they do every year, which turns out almost thousands of students from the high schools in the state of Idaho that are part of, you know, that are part of the concert. They're from the many different musical departments throughout Idaho, and they come and they enjoy themselves, and the town is packed, you know. And so, yeah, I think the Lionel Hampton Jazz concert is, you know, pretty traditional for us.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for sharing. Thank you everyone for joining. When this window closes, there will be a link to a quick 4-question survey. We appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted, so please, head to the website that you use to register for this to sign up. And then also in about a week, you'll be able to find this recording as well as many others again on that very same website. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful night.